Seating Sam podcast, episode 31. We're back here with another Pels pod. I want to get straight on into it. Pelicans get a big win over the Wizards, an important win with a tough schedule coming up. What was kind of important for New Orleans tonight?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it was a massive win. I mean, the Pelicans played everybody that they had active for tonight. I mean, even down to Sebron. Shout out to
Yeah, man.
Sebron.
Shout out to Arian. Yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, guys played great. Herb played great in this short minutes. I mean, I don't know how badly he's hurt. We'll probably get a timetable on that within the next 24 hours. Um, I mean, Valanciunas was the X factor for me tonight. They really didn't have an answer for him.
definitely. I thought Gafford was better before I watched that game
See, I
tonight.
did too.
Cause I'm listening to Joel and AD, and they're like, oh no, they got him in the paint. Like he's more of a shot blocker. He's not gonna do this. And then they get up the court, and it's like, nah, he's not really like an interior finisher. So what really does he do?
See, that's one thing about Joel. Like, I feel like he always kind of like gasses up other players when they just like aren't really all that.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, Jonas Valanciunas, they had no answer for the big fella. Once he kind of got his feet set near the paint, it was over. Once they got him the ball, and they did a good job of feeding him all night. And the opportunities are going to be there for him, right? If
Yeah, well
Zion and
said.
Brandon Ingram are out, and he's really stepped up. I think in the last 2-3 games. I think his last 28 shots, he's shooting 20 of 28. I heard him say that on the broadcast
Really,
tonight. Yeah, so yeah, he's rolling right now. I think he's been playing maybe even a little bit better on defense, or
he
is that just
has.
me
I've
noticing it?
noticed that, and he's been rebounding the ball.
Oh, we know he can rebound, but
Yeah,
yeah, his paint protection. I've seen him have some plays at the rim where I think he's just making plays that I haven't seen him make before.
yeah. Another X factor tonight was CJ. I
Of
mean,
course.
late in the shot clock when we needed a guy to bail us out of a possession, CJ was the guy tonight.
Definitely. Yeah, he had 32 points heading into the fourth quarter, one of his biggest nights of the year. Um, he was just doing it at all three levels today, especially one-on-one in transition. He was making defenders look silly, little hezzy moves, going right, going left at the rim, pull up, all that. Um, and he was the best player on the court tonight, for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, another thing that the Pelicans impressed me with is although we got out to a 10-0 start, I mean, we battled back. Like, we didn't even think twice about it. We're like, all right, stuff like this happens. I mean, shout out Kyle Kuzma. He played a hell of a game.
Kyle Kuzma did play a great game.
Um,
He's very underrated, I think.
he is. He'll be a interesting name at the deadline.
For sure, and he's a unrestricted free agent this offseason, so could be potential
A
uh
rental, maybe?
big bag coming. Oh, well, I mean, he could get a big contract. The money we've seen being floated out recently in the NBA.
Yeah, one guy I really thought that was going to step up, having our two star-studded players out, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, was Trey Murphy. Um, Trey, I don't know about you, but I feel like Trey's been better on the defensive side of the ball in these last few games.
Yeah,
However,
he is. He's getting a lot more. I think he's getting a lot more assignments on better players, and he's doing pretty well.
yeah, but I just feel like Trey's like whenever his shot's not falling, yeah, he can get to the rim, but he's a very streaky player. You agree with me?
Yeah, I mean that's why earlier in the year when he was really going from three, I said that he would end up being better than Zion Williamson. Um,
Wait,
but
what?
you didn't hear my take on that? I said Trey Murphy will end up being the best Pelican. When it's all said and done. He's really streaky. I still think there's going to come a time where in the NBA where Trey Murphy's a top 10 scorer. I think it's just all there
Really?
for him.
Yeah.
Um, but he's certainly in a rough stretch for the last month. He could get it going like he was earlier in the season, no doubt.
Sam, I
But
love the optimism.
oh, I love Trey. I think I'm more optimistic about Trey than I am about anyone. Like I look at Trey Murphy, 6'10", still growing, by the way, has all the assets to be one of the best defenders in basketball, has
Along with
stupid
being an absolute
athleticism.
killer on offense.
Yeah, has stupid athleticism, the best 3-point shot from his draft class. If he develops a pull-up mid-range game, it's over for the league.
Draft. Yeah.
I think Trey is going to be amazing, but
That's the
last month it's been rough.
right. That's the only flaw in this game is kind of like off dribble separation.
Yeah, definitely. Like he's good when he can get to the paint, but I think it's a little bit difficult for him to get there right now with his handle, but he'll get there, I think.
Yeah. Just watching tonight's game, it was kind of obvious that the Wizards were a little outmatched. I mean, we got switches almost any time we wanted, whether it be in the
Yeah.
pick and roll or just simply off isolation. I mean, there were often times where Kristaps Porzingis would have to step out on the perimeter and try to stick with Najee Marshall or CJ McCollum, and that's just not a recipe to win.
Yeah, definitely. Even when because the Wizards kept it close for 2 quarters, but even then it felt like we were kind of getting easy offense and they
Right.
were getting Kyle Kuzma throwing some stuff up. Corey Kispert got a couple threes. Monte Morris, by the way, played a hell of a first half.
Shout out Monte
But
Morris.
yeah, for sure. But it was going for the Pelicans with the offensive end of the court all night tonight, aside from like the opening 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, 132 points is the most points we've put up all year.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, without our two star
Yeah, with our
players,
two best players.
something to be said there.
Just a really good night and an important win because if we had dropped this one, you're looking at 5 out of 6 losses, as well as going into a Celtics game on the road that, let's be honest, we don't expect to win.
Oh, we got the Celtics next.
This Wednesday, Celtics on the road.
Yeah, that'll
That's
be tough. That'll
gonna be
definitely be
fun,
tough.
but just an important win with the scheduling that's coming up for the Pelicans and getting back on track, staying afloat in the West is really important for this team to keep racking up wins, staying afloat in like 500-ish range in January. Then we hopefully get the two big guys back February, March, going on a roll.
Right. I mean, Sam, we've talked about this. Our record our schedule in February, March is significantly weaker than what we've played in the past.
Yeah, it's definitely favorable, and then hopefully we get the guys back from injury. You could go on a tear in those months and
An
roll into the
absolute
playoffs.
tear. Yeah. I can't wait to watch this team fully healthy.
I'm cautiously optimistic just because we haven't seen it yet, and when we did, it didn't look amazing. Like the 3 guys trying to share the basketball.
I mean, that was what we had. How many games we have with them? 3.
I'd say it was probably more. It was probably closer to 10 than 3, I think.
I mean, regardless, still, that's like nothing though.
I know, but that's my problem. Like, say,
Yeah, no, I hear you.
because I think they're all going to be healthy for playoffs, or at least I hope they will, because we're going to be in a spot where I don't think we're going to have to push for our playoff seeding. But what I'm worried about is that they haven't played together enough going into playoffs to where it's an issue that they're still trying to work out in the postseason against teams that have been doing it together all year.
Yeah.
And it's been a very injured team. They're one of the most starters missing games. They're one of the highest in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, me being an optimistic guy, I feel like the Pelicans, once they get everything, rolling, everybody gets healthy, there
Yeah.
aren't going to be many teams that can stop us. That's why I think the Pelicans are legit contenders.
Yeah, me too. And also shout out Najee. He's been playing some of the best ball
Yes, yeah,
of his career. I think
the
a
best
really
ball of his
big
career.
development in his game is his little floater shot that he's getting up
He had a
over
couple
big
and
men.
ones on that tonight.
Yeah, he did. Because I think the scouting report out on him right now is that he's just going to put his head down and go. But now he's pulling up on the floater and he's getting guys to bite, I think, a little bit on it.
Yeah, I mean, Najee's the type of guy we don't really need to shoot the 3 ball.
Yeah, but he can at a decent rate.
A decent clip.
But yeah, you have any other Pels thoughts on this game? Shout out to Sebron, first career points.
And Temp hit a 3.
Temp did hit a 3. Temp's been balling last 2 games.
That was
Shout out
hype.
Saunders.
No, I think that just about does it.
Yeah, we're going to try and make
Pelicans
these
win.
episodes a little bit quicker, more concise. Thumbnails coming out soon.
Yes, Sam will be working on those.
Yes. I'll have one out like soon. I'll send it to you. But thank you for making it all the way through. If you did, another great Pels episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that great stuff. We're going to try and I have the goal at 500 for the end of the year. We'll see how close we get to that if we can get there. But
That's wild.
As well. Thank you for listening all the way, and cue the outro.
Sam
and
CD,
CD
and
and
Sam.
Sam.